Your subconscious mind knows about your social and intellectual rank. And because of this rank, your behavior gets influenced. So if your subconscious mind thinks that you are low ranked in terms of social hierarchy and intellectual hierarchy, you are always going to exhibit shitty behaviors and you are not going to attract beautiful women in your life no matter how much you try. I am making this video for my past self who used to go out and gold approach women in order to attract them. I want him to understand that there is a better way. Most men think that if they just learn some communication techniques, if they just learn how to spit game, and if they just manage to upgrade their looks and their money, then all of a sudden they're going to get beautiful women. But you cannot fool your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind knows very well where you are placed in the social hierarchy with other men. You cannot get the hottest girl in the room if your subconscious mind immediately assumes that there are certain men who are above you socially and intellectually. Your behavior originates from your subconscious assumption. So, in this video, you are going to learn how to convince your subconscious mind that you are at the top of the social and intellectual hierarchy so that attraction with women becomes effortless for you. First, you have to understand how powerful your subconscious mind is. Have you ever had an experience where you had an argument with someone? Inside of your own mind, you were arguing with this person and you got in the feeling of anger and confrontation inside of your own mind. But then you forgot about this imagination, and suddenly, soon enough, this confrontation, this argument actually happens in your physical world with the same person. This is not a coincidence. Your imagination, coupled with the corresponding emotion, always produces the life circumstance that you were imagining. So, if you can just imagine that you are at the top of the hierarchy, if you can imagine that you are the king and you feel powerful, then all of a sudden, this imagination is going to shift your entire physical reality. Then attracting the hottest girls is not going to be a problem because your subconscious mind has now assumed that you are the king. So you are naturally going to demonstrate powerful, attractive behaviors, and women around you are going to be compelled to see you as the top quality man. This is how you make your dating life effortlessly easy without having to hustle and sweat and learn all these manipulative psychological techniques. Nobody in your life actually has free will. Everybody acts according to your own subconscious assumption. So start assuming that you are at the top of the hierarchy, and suddenly everything in your life will become easy because everybody will start to treat you like the man. This is why the ancients used to say that you do not need to change the world, you just need to change yourself. Because if you change who you are at the core level, then suddenly everyone around you are going to be changed automatically. This is why yogis have called our physical reality as Maya as well. Maya means illusion. Our physical world, even though it looks so solid, it looks so real, it is just an illusion because it can be completely controlled by our disciplined mental activities of imagination and emotions. And I understood this during COVID lockdown. At this time, I was dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and some days I felt like I just did not want to exist in the world anymore. I felt like my whole life was already predetermined by my past traumatic experiences and genetics. But by complete accident, I found this book called The Biology of Belief. This book introduced me to an idea that my emotional state is always either upregulating or downregulating my genetic expression, which means my body, my biology is subject to my own mind. When I learned this information, I immersed myself in the study of mind body connection. And all the experts of mind body connection were telling me the exact same thing, which is My mind not only influences my body, but it is actually influencing my whole physical reality, the life circumstances, the life events, life situations, people that come in my life are all getting influenced by my own mental activities. This idea was not just interesting to me, it could actually explain my whole life, because when I looked back, whenever I was drowning in the emotion of negativity or guilt for a sustained period of time, all of a sudden my life went to crap. Relationships started to become chaotic, people used to treat me bad, and life felt like one big problem after another. Conversely, when I used to feel happier, confident, light, life used to feel easy. Relationships flowered, and people used to be nice towards me. So this was not coincidence, this was not random. I figured that whatever goes on inside of my own internal world of thoughts and feelings always shows up in my external world. When I understood this, I stopped going out in order to cold approach women and attract them. I stopped reading all these weird psychology books in order to fix my mental health issues. Instead, I simply learned how to change my inner world. I learned how to meditate correctly. And when I did that, all these annoying mental health issues started to lose their grip on me, and my dating life became effortlessly easy. So, when you hear the word meditation, you do not have to think of some guy who is living at the top of Himalayas, wearing some yellow robes, doing some hand mudras, and just breathing. Meditation is just a way to convince your subconscious mind that you are now a completely different version of yourself. But before diving into meditation, there is an uncomfortable fact that you must know. There are three levels of men in our world. The first level is called the uninitiate NPC. This guy does not understand that people around him are not going to treat him differently unless his subconscious assumptions have changed. So, although he focuses on building his money and communication skills, his dating life is going to suck forever. However, if life decides to initiate this guy by exposing him to these kinds of videos, then he has a chance to ascend to level 2. The level 2 man is called the awakening creator, because he now starts to awaken to the fact that our behaviors, as well as behaviors of people in our life, originate from our own subconscious assumption. And in order to change our subconscious assumption, we just need to take care of our imaginal activities and emotions. So he learns how to meditate, he learns how to visualize. But the problem is, after his meditation session is over and he opens his eyes, he immediately starts to become desperate. He starts checking his phone to see if that girl has texted him back or not. However, there is the third level of men, and this is where you should aspire towards. This level is what I like to call the master alchemist. This guy knows that feeling is the secret. He has learned the art of Yoga Nidra. If you do not know what Yoga Nidra is, it is a process where you guide your attention through your body parts until your body achieves a state of relaxation. Your breathing rate slows down, your brain waves slow down, you get an access to your subconscious mind, you are connected to the generous eternal present moment. The master alchemist knows how to provide all the sensory vividness to his visualization act. He can vividly imagine that the dating life he wants is already his. He can visualize that the girl he wants is already in his arms. She is already complimenting him, saying things like, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky to have you in my life." He can even smell the perfume on these beautiful women's bodies inside of his own mental drama. His brain starts to believe that all these wonderful things are happening to him in real time. He convinces himself of the truth of this imaginal act because he can provide all the sensory vividness to his mental drama. He has a disciplined attention, so he mentally rehearses this imaginal act over and over again until he starts to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, and thrill. He can sustain these elevated emotions for a long period of time because the longer he can be in this elevated mood, the faster he convinces himself of the truth of his imaginal act. Then his imaginal act must get externalized into his physical reality because that is a spiritual law. The best part is, after his meditation session is over, he is not desperate. He simply lets go. He lets the world reshuffle itself until whatever he has visualized actually materializes in his physical reality. He confidently expects that all of his imaginal acts must happen in his life. Now, if you're listening up to this point, you belong to one of two categories of guys. The first one is you understand everything in this video intellectually, but you go back to your life and you repeat the same old pattern. The second guy, you are ready to let your nervous system experience what it is like to become a master alchemist. If you're the second guy, listen to me carefully. I have created something called the emotion pill, not as content, not as motivation, but as a guided meditation experience. This experience is going to put you into the exact state that I have described. You are going to notice that your body has relaxed, your breathing rate has slowed down, your analytical, chattering mind has stepped aside, and you are able to generate all these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, thrill without any effort. The best part is you will come out of this meditation complete and whole and satisfied because only this feeling of satisfaction, not desperation, is going to rearrange your reality completely. I have kept this experience paid on purpose because free information is going to create spectators, but a paid experience creates true transformation. If you want this 6-minute guided meditation experience emotion pill, just click the link that is present in the pinned comment section down below. Write me emotion pill and I will provide you all the details. Now, I also offer one-to-one personalized premium coaching for a few men who are ready to upgrade their dating life in the fastest rate possible. These men have already gotten some sort of monetary success in their life. They have already applied all the superficial advice that society likes to give to men. They have gone out, cold approached women. They have worked on their confidence. They have upgraded their social skills. But they have come to realize that real attraction can only happen from your internal state. So, if you want to work with your subconscious mind, your imagination, your attention, your emotions, and you want to change your self concept at a root level so that your attraction towards girls becomes effortless and natural, this coaching is for you. Just send me a text by clicking the link that is present in the pinned comment section down below, and we will get started quick.